South Africans will vote in the local government elections on the 1st of November as parties are gearing up for the elections. The Northwest has just made changes to its leadership. ANC Chief Whip in the province, Paul Sebegoe, says the appointment of Bushy Maape is a victory against reactionary forces opposed to transformation. Well, Sebegoe joins us now to elaborate. Paul, a very good morning to you, sir, and thanks indeed for your time. What do you mean when you say that the election of Bushy Maape as the newest premier of the Northwest Province is something of a backhand to reactionary forces?
No, thank you very much. You would have recalled that it has been quite a hype for almost 2-3 weeks around the issues of whether the decision of the African National Congress will be adhered to or not. And it is in that context that you would have noticed even political parties speculating with confidence that they would be able to emerge out of this election, even though they know that they are a minority in as far as the numbers are concerned. So the outcome has actually proved various aspects that includes, amongst others, the level of stability within the African National Congress, the cohesion, and the ability of the ANC to emerge out of any situations victoriously at all material times.
We know that there have been ructions within the ANC caucus in the Northwest Provincial Legislature. How united is the ANC right now with a new premier at the helm?
The view of a ruction, it's a sponsored view from the media perspective. We had not known about that ruction until we read about it in the media. As such, there's not been any ruction. ANC is a broad church. There are debates within the African National Congress. It allows space for individuals to engage. It gives everybody a space to express views. And it is these views that actually ultimately build a strong African National Congress.
Are you suggesting, sir, and I'm sorry to cut in, are you suggesting that the recent reports suggesting that some members of the ANC may have voted with the opposition in the election of an official within the legislature is a fiction that was thought up and written by the media?
That matter that has been in the media, it's a subject for investigation and inquiry. Until such time that there's an outcome on that, we will be able to speak with confidence in terms of the actual position per se. And, you know, the situation will differ from one to another. And does not mean that if a particular incident occurred, it must then be taken that it's a continuous view that must be held at all material times as such.
Yeah. Let me ask this final question to you. The Premier of the Northwest Province, Mr. Bushy Maape, almost getting into office with a baptism of fire, if you like. Two areas of concern. The hotel that was burnt yesterday, burnt down. Investigations still underway, of course, to determine the cause of the fire. Then you had the hospital, Christiana Hospital, that also basically burnt to ashes. There have been suggestions that there are those who were so unhappy in the Northwest and they actually were not shy to express very publicly that they would protest if the then Premier, Job Mokgoro, were to be removed. Can you say without doubt that these two incidents, there absolutely would be no connection whatsoever to those who have been threatening some kind of instability should Professor Job Mokgoro be removed?
We don't want to be speculative. However, of course, we also regard these two incidents as matters of interest, in particular the hotel in Mafikeng, given especially the time for which the incident occurred. Early hours of the morning, is it not a coincidence? As well as the incident at the hospital. Will await the outcome of the investigations. However, I would not want to believe at this point in time that the particular expression made some time back may have anything to do with this particular incident. It could be that there is a sabotage, but it will be very difficult to want to suggest or to link the expressions made in the past with regard to this particular view. You would have noted that when the ANC expressed itself at that time, it was not afforded yet an opportunity to relate to the public in terms of the reasons behind this. And those particular incidents cannot necessarily correlate with what happened recently. This one that happened recently, of course, we have an interest also in West African National Congress, given the fact that this was a heritage, that has a direct impact in terms of economic development and sustainability in the profits.
Paul Sebegoe, he is the ANC Chief Whip in the Northwest Provincial Legislature. Thank you very much for your time.